Hi friends, I Y Narasimha Rao. Today we are discussing important topic in chemical bond. In this video, contents are postulates of Vesper theory. Vesper theory means valency shell electron pair repulsion theory. The second one is calculate the valency electron pairs. Calculate the valence electron pairs. And third one, the shape of the molecule. Shape of the molecule. Okay. In this video, after listening this video, we can able to calculate the number of valency electron pairs. That is nothing but number of bond pairs and number of lone pairs. By using that number of bond pairs and lone pairs, we can predict the shape of the molecule and bond angles also we can predict. We can predict the shape of the molecules as well as the bond angles. Okay. Before going to this video, I just ask some questions regarding to this video. Here, this is H2O molecule. It contains two bond pairs. Okay. Actually, the shape of molecule is linear, but this molecule changes its shape from linear to bent like this. Why this molecule changes its shape from linear to bent? Okay. Similarly, this BeCl2 contains two bond pair also, but it cannot change its shape. It maintains the linear shape with bond angle of 180 degrees. Okay. If in this H2O molecule also contain two lone pairs, this is one lone pair, this is another lone pair. Okay. If considered the two lone pairs, totally it contains 4 electron pairs, 2 bond pairs plus 2 lone pairs, total 4 electron pairs. Now take methane molecule. This methane molecule contains 4 electron pairs. It maintains tetrahedral shape, but this H2O molecule maintains bent shape. This is called tetrahedral shape. Both are having same number of electron pairs. Okay. What I am saying here, either this H2O molecule maintain linear shape like BeCl2 or maintain tetrahedral shape like CH4 molecule. But this molecule neither maintain the linear shape nor maintain the tetrahedral shape. It is quite different to these two molecules. It maintain bent shape. Okay, that is the question. If you want to answer these questions, you are able to answer these questions after listening this video. After listening this class, you can able to answer these questions. Okay, we discuss about the postulates of Vesper theory. Okay, here the first point is the shape of the molecule depends upon number of valency electron pairs. Number of valency electron pairs. Valence electron pairs are two types. They are bond pairs and lone pairs. So the shape of the molecule depends upon number of lone pairs and bond pairs. Okay, here the pairs of electrons in the valency shell repel one another since their electron clouds are negatively charged. Since their electron clouds are negatively charged. Okay, always the species having same charge are repel with each other. Okay, the next point is these pairs of electrons tend to occupy such position in space that minimize the repulsions and thus maximize the separation between them. Okay, for example, if you take this H2O molecule, here these two lone pair of electrons are repel with each other and far away from each other to minimize that repulsions. Okay, like this. Okay, here the space is very less. Before change its shape, the space between the two lone pairs is very less. After moving far away from each other, repulsions are decreased. This indicates the repulsion force. Okay, that's why the H2O molecule change its shape from linear to due to repulsions between the lone pair and lone pair and lone pair and bond pair molecules. Clear? Next one is the repulsive interactions of electrons pairs decreases in the order is lone pair repulsions is greater than lone pair and bond pair repulsions. Why lone pair repulsions are more than lone pair than bond pair? Here lone pair of electrons are attracted by only one nuclei, but in case of bond pairs they are present between the two nuclei, so they are controlled by two nuclei. There is a less repulsions between bond pairs and bond pairs, but lone pair of electrons are controlled by only one nucleus. That's why that lone pairs are occupies more space around the central atom. For example, if you take ammonia, this ammonia contain one lone pair of electrons. The shape of the ammonia is pyramidal. Here these lone pair of electrons are controlled by only nitrogen nuclei, but the bond pair of electrons present between nitrogen and hydrogen are controlled by the two nuclei, nitrogen and hydrogen. That's why here the repulsions between these two electrons is less. The bond pair of electrons are present between the two nuclei. That's why there is a less repulsions are present between the two bond pair of electrons. But in case of lone pairs, it is attracted by the only one nuclei. That's why these two lone pair of electrons are repel with each other and occupy more space. If you see this molecule, this lone pair of electrons are occupies more than 180. Half of the space is occupied by this lone pair of electrons. Okay. Next point is here the multiple bonds are treated as a single super pair. If for example in case of bond between the xenon and oxygen is like that, this double bond is considered as a single super pair. And next point is if the polyatom or ion contains only one central atom, the polyatomic molecule or ion contain only one central atom. For example, if you take PCl5, this PCl5 contains 6 atoms. Among that 6 atoms, one atom is only considered as a central atom, that is nothing but a phosphorus. Any molecule having only one central atom. And next one is the number of valence electron pairs can be calculated by using this formula. Number of valence electron pairs VEP or VSP is equal to A plus half into G minus V plus or minus E. Okay, here A indicates the number of atoms around the central atom. It is also equal to number of bond pairs. G indicates the group number. And V indicates the valency of that central atom with respect to halogen or hydrogen or oxygen. Similarly, E indicates the charge of that species. Here, if the molecule having negative charge, we have to add that negative charge to molecule. In that case, we take the plus E. Or if the molecule is having positive charge, in that case, we take that E as minus E. Okay. By using this formula, we can calculate the number of lone pairs and bond pairs. After that, we can calculate the shape of the molecule. We can predict the shape of the molecule and also bond angles. Okay. Let's we discuss some of the IIT previous questions. Okay. The question is, identify the pairs in which the geometry of the species is T-shape or square pyramidal. Okay, options are like this. We know that any molecule having AB3E2 type molecule maintain AB3E2 type molecule maintain T-shape. Similarly, we know that AB5E type molecule maintain the square pyramid. Okay. AB3E2 means that molecule contains 3 bond pairs and 2 lone pairs. Then only it maintains T-shape. Similarly, the molecule which contain 5 bond pairs and 1 lone pair maintain the square pyramid. Now, we can calculate the number of bond pairs and lone pairs by using this formula. Already we know that formula, A plus half into G minus V plus or minus E. Okay, by using this formula, we can calculate the number of bond pairs and lone pairs. Okay, now we can solve this problem. First, we take one molecule, that is nothing but ClF3. Here, the A value is equal to total number of atoms around this chlorine is 3. 3 plus half into the group number of, G indicates the group number of chlorine. Number is equal to 7. 7 minus the valency of this chlorine is 3. Okay, there is no charge. Okay, so 3 plus 1 by 2 into 4. So that is equal to 2. So this molecule contain 3 bond pairs and 2 lone pairs. It maintain the T shape. Okay, sometimes due to the lack of time, immediately we can select the first option. It is quite wrong. After solving the entire problem, then only we can select the answer. Okay, otherwise we lost the marks in competitive exams. Okay, here next we can calculate the bond order of number of bond pairs in IO4 molecule. In this IO4 molecule, the value of A is equal to 4. 4 plus half into the group number of this iodine is 7. The valency of this iodine is minus 8. Value of the valency of this iodine molecule regarding to this oxygen is 8. Okay, the charge is minus, that's why we have to add that charge, that is equal to plus 1. So the totally it will becomes to 0. So only this molecule contain 4 bond pairs and lone pairs is equal to 0. So this option is wrong. Then we can calculate the number of lone pairs and bond pairs in XeOF2. Here the value of A is equal to 3 plus half into the group number of xenon is 8 and valency of this xenon with respect to halogen and oxygen is 4. There is no charge between them, so it contains 3, 1 half into 4, that is equal to 2. So this molecule contains 3 bond pairs and 2 lone pairs. So it maintains the T shape. And next one is XeOF4. Here also total number of atoms around the central atom is 5, pi plus half into the group number is 8, 8 minus valency of that molecule with respect to oxygen and this one is 4 plus 2, 6. Okay. So number of bond pairs 5 plus 1 by 2 into 2, that is equal to 1. So this molecule contain bond pairs is equal to 5, lone pairs is equal to 1. So this molecule is type of AB5E. Similarly, XeF2 is a type of AB3E2 type molecule. So this is the correct option. This is the correct option. Okay. Now we can also now next question is the incorrect geometry represented by is dash. BF3 is planar, H2O is blend, NF3 is planar and AsF5 is trigonal fluid. It is a very familiar question. We know that BF3 is contain, it is a AB3E0 type molecule. So it has planar structure. Similarly, H2O is AB2E2 type molecule. It contains bent shape. But here this molecule is AB3E type molecule. So actually it's like ammonia. So it maintains any nitrogen compound, ammonia or NF3, NCl3, NBr3 maintain the pyramidal shape. So the correct option is NF3. Okay, so NF3 has shape. Okay, this is the wrong statement. The correct option is NF3. Like this, we can solve the so many questions. Then and now they ask the questions on the basis of this Vesper theory. Okay, we can see some of the important different type of molecules on the basis of Vesper theory. First one is AB2 type molecule. Here number of bond pairs is equal to number of lone pairs is equal to 0 and shape of the molecule is linear. The bond angle is 180 degrees. The best example is BeCl2. Okay. The second type of molecule is AB3 E0 type molecule. Here number of bond pairs 3, lone pairs 0. The shape of the molecule is planar. Okay. The bond angle is 120. The best example of this molecule is BCl3, BF3, okay, BH3, like that. Okay. And third one is AB3 E type molecule, AB2 E type molecule. Here number of bond pairs is equal to 2, number of lone pairs is equal to 1. The shape of the molecule is V shape and bond angle depends upon the size of the central atom. Bond angle depends upon the size of the central atom. Okay. Here the size of the central atom is increased, bond angle is decreased. Okay. Next one is the type of molecule is AB3E. Here number of bond pairs is equal to 3, number of lone pairs is equal to 1. The shape of the molecule is pyramidal and bond angle is depends upon the molecule like central atom. Here also bond angle is decreased with increase the size of the central atom or electronegativity is also. Okay. Electronegativity is increased, bond angle is also increased. Electronegativity is decreased, sorry, is increased, bond angle increased, electronegativity is decreased, bond angle is also decreased. Okay, best example is NH3, PH3, NCl3 or H3O plus. Okay, here it contain, this is indicates the lone pairs and these three are the indicates the bond pairs. Similarly, PH3 also having this same structure. Sometimes they are asking which of the following molecule NH3 and PH3 having more bond angle. Automatically the correct answer is NH3 is having more bond angle. Okay, bond angle depends upon the electronegativity. And next molecule is AB3E2 type molecule. Here number of bond pairs is equal to 3, number of lone pairs is equal to 2. The shape of the molecule is T shape, bond angle is 90 and 120 degrees. The best example is ClF3, BRF. Here it looks like T. That's why this molecule, here also the bond pair of electrons occupy 50% of the space. Okay. The next molecule is AB2E2 type molecule. Here number of bond pairs is equal to number of lone pairs are 2 and shape of the molecule is V. Here also bond angle depends upon the electronegativity of the central atom or size of the central atom. Why electronegativity is increased, bond angle is increased? Means if electronegativity is more, the attraction between the electrons and nucleus is more. That's why they are come closer to the nucleus. Due to this, they repel maximum with each other. That's why bond angle is more. But H2S, in case of H2S, here bond angle means the angle between the two bond pairs is called bond angle. Okay, if electronegativity of sulfur is less than the oxygen, if electronegativity is less, the molecules are far away from the sulfur atom or central atom. Automatically the distance between the electrons is decreased. So automatically repulsion is also decreased. But in case of this H2O molecule, here the oxygen having more electronegativity, that's why they are more closer to this oxygen. Here the distance between the two electron pairs are less. That's why they repel with each other. Automatically bond angle is increased. The water molecule is 104.45, but the bond angle of H2O molecule, H2S molecule is around 94. Okay, so from these two molecules we can say the bond angles. If the molecules are having same number of bond pairs and lone pair also differ in their bond angles due to their differing in the electronegativity values. Okay. These are the best examples of AB2E2 of molecules. All these are having similar V-shaped molecules. We can calculate the number of bond pairs and lone pairs by using previous formula. Okay. Finally, thank you. I hope you all of you understood this class. Okay. Thank you. Yours Narasimha Rao Erramneni.